Welcome to Abandoned to Abundant, the podcast where we reclaim our power, we rewrite our stories, and step fully into the abundant life we deserve. I am your host, Linda Brand. I am a certified life coach, a dream builder coach, and an entrepreneur. I know what it feels like to be lost, stuck, and alone. I know what it feels like to be abandoned by life's circumstances, but I also know what it takes to rebuild and create a life of overflowing with passion, purpose, joy, and abundance. You are worthy of living a life of joy and abundance. If you're here, there's a reason. If you're ready to break free from limiting beliefs, step into your most authentic self, learn to love yourself, manifest the life of your dreams, you are in the right place. Let's shift from feeling abandoned to feeling abundant. Are you ready? Let's go. Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Today I want to talk about becoming a person of increase. So what does that mean, a person of increase? This is someone who adds value and uplifts and brings more joy, abundance, positivity wherever they go. So for example, if you are feeling lack and scarcity in your life, the fastest way to shift from feeling lack and scarcity in your thinking is to give. It is to give. So the universal law, giving is how we receive. If you want to receive, giving is the fastest way. So if you need money, give money. If you need love, give love. And of course, it doesn't have to be financial to be a person of increase. You can give a kind word, a compliment. You can perform an act of service. You can give somebody your time and attention. And I'll tell you, whenever I'm feeling lack and I become generous with whatever it is, I feel abundant. I feel wealthy. It is the fastest way to feel wealthy is to give, even if you are feeling like you don't have it to give or you're like holding on tight. I had Mignon Francois on my show who turned her $5 into $1 million cupcake company and wrote a book made from scratch. And now she was listening to God every single morning and she was divinely directed, and she would say, sure, if your hands are closed, you cannot receive. If your hands are closed because you are holding on tight, you cannot receive, right? So what ways can you be a person of increase today? What small intentional acts can you take? And, it could be leaving a generous tip. It could be sending a friend a kind message, complimenting a stranger, supporting a small business, sharing valuable knowledge freely. When you are abundant, you naturally give. When you are feeling wealthy, you naturally are generous in giving. So when you want to shift from lack to abundance and become a magnet for good, you want to start taking small actions of giving, okay? And I love the affirmation, I'm a person of increase. Everywhere I go, I bring value, love, and abundance. I'm telling you, the law of circulation is when you give, you receive. It's an energetic exchange, okay? So a lot of times we think when we give, we have less, but it's not that way. It's not that way at all. We'll give some other examples, trying to think of some other examples. There's a Tony Robbins story where he had only so much money left and he just gave it away. He freaking gave it away. And the next day he called Jim Rohn and said, I want to work for you. I'll work for free or something. And was the beginning of his career. And there's another story. It was The Secret, Rhonda Burns, where she was having issues with money. Her relationship with money was not good. She had negative programming around money, which, I did and a lot of people have. We have a relationship with money, right? We have a relationship with it, how we treat it, how we receive it, what we think about it, Are we afraid of it? There's so many things like fear. Just because money has caused problems in people's lives, it's not money, it's the people. It's the people, right? How they acted around money. It's not money. Money's innocent. Money's neutral. Money's a tool. Money's energy. To me, we have to change our relationship with money and realize money is good. Love money. Treat it well, respectfully. You want to be generous. You want to have fun. You want to celebrate. But you also want to take care of it and make sure you know how much you have and treat it with respect. So there's multiple different things here. But what I wanted to say, generosity is the fastest way to shift from scarcity thinking and lack is giving. It makes you feel rich. It could be volunteering for a day or a couple hours. It makes you feel wealthy. It shifts you so fast. And there was one other thing that I wanted to tell. Oh, the secret. So the story with Rhonda Burns. So she ended up taking, I think it was like $50 bills, and she went in the street and just handed $50 bills out. And she watched people smile and light up. And that is what changed her relationship with money, because it's like, I love when I give a big tip and make somebody smile. We're using money for good. We're using money to make people happy as a tool, to be generous, right? So that's how you can shift. And money's just freedom. Money brings freedom. It brings choices. We need money. Mother Teresa said it takes a checkbook to change the world. It takes a checkbook to change the world. Yes, and I'm going to read something from a Marianne Williamson book called The Divine Law of Compensation. She says, "You are a child of God, carrying the eternal mark of your perfect source. You are naturally entitled to miracles because love is what you are. This is not an arrogant appraisal of the ego, but rather a humble acceptance of God's truth." She also says, with every thought we think, we either summon or block a miracle. Our thoughts are powerful, guys. By aligning yourself with thoughts of infinite love for yourself and others, you gain dominion over the lower thought forms of the world. I want to talk to you about my radical self-love workshop that's coming on Thursday evening, so 2 days away. I highly recommend you sign up for it. There is a coupon code for half off in the show notes. It's LOVE50, and you can get the link in the show notes. Send me a message on Instagram, Linda Brain Coach, if you want a coupon code. Radical self-love. Self-love is gigantic in everything, okay? It's how you create success in all areas of your life. It's how you feel your best. It's how you take the best care of yourself. You want to sign up for that. And if you can't make it, there's replays. So don't worry. A Course in Miracles says through prayer, love is received, and through miracles, love is expressed. As long as we're making money righteously, we're not only receiving a blessing, but also extending one to others. Last thing I'm going to say is that lack attracts lack. So if you are in lack and thinking about lack and feeling in lack, you're going to attract more lack and more scarcity. And many of us grew up with scarcity and lack. We grew up poor. We grew up with people saying that money's hard to come by, and money's all these stories around money, and they're not facts. They're not truths. They're somebody's belief. They're somebody's experience, and that isn't who we are or what we are, and it's not ours to carry. So I want you to shift from scarcity thinking to abundance through giving. This is really powerful work. I love being a person of increase. I love walking around bringing my high vibe energy or a smile or a compliment. I love that. That's who I am today, because hurt people. But when you are loving yourself and feeling good about yourself and feeling great about your life, guess what? That's being expressed in your energy. You know, I bring my good vibes into the room. You know what I mean? When I go exercise, I had a new instructor text me. She didn't even have my number. She must have got my number, and she texted me, and she's like, "We love having you in the room, your energy and your smile." And I was like, oh my God, thank you. She just made my day. And then I had somebody else send me a message about my podcast and my last solo episode and how great it sounded and how good it was. And the message was so good. And I was like, oh my God, she made my day. See, that is where Money isn't what brings us happiness, okay? That's another thing. That money alone is not going to bring you happiness, right? You want to feel good. You want to have relationships. You want to take care of yourself. And it's not just money that's going to bring joy, but it's not that money's bad. Money's good. I'd rather be unhappy with money than unhappy without money. Let's put it that way, right? So, but the ultimate goal is we're going to be happy, healthy, and abundant, and prosperous, and have money, right? So I hope this served and supported you in some way. Become a person of increase. Go out and give a compliment. Go out and smile at a stranger. Be a person of increase. Leave an extra dollar for the coffee at Starbucks. Do something to make somebody else feel good today, and just watch what happens. Just watch. Have a beautiful day, everybody, and I hope to see you in my Radical Self-Love Workshop this week, Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Super great content, and I love you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. I hope it was inspiring. I hope that you were inspired to step deeper into your power and embrace the abundance that's around you and within you. If you loved this episode, please share with someone you think would benefit. Subscribe so you know when the next episode is, and leave a review. It means so much to me to grow this audience. Let's try to help as many people as we can. Let's try to create a new earth. And let's stay connected. Follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram at Linda Brand Coach and Abandoned to Abundant. Also, if you're ready to take your transformation even further, check out my coaching and resources at lindabrandcoach.com. Remember, you are worthy, you are powerful, and abundance is your birthright. Take care, everybody. Till next time.